I'll show you my settings on the Deus here. I'm in 25 kilohertz deep. Iron volume's at 1. Reactivity's at 3. I'm in the war zone back here. I got just a Clad quarter. A lot of iron here. I just dug a hole there and my detectors weren't hitting it very good in that spot there. The Equinox was hitting it big time, man, in 4 kilohertz. But I'm gonna go at 5 inches right here. A quarter at 5 inches, right? It's in a lot of iron, so just bear with me here. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper on that thing. Because it's a quarter, right? It's a big conductive target. And TRX is at 6 inches right there. Laying flat right there. I'll just crumble it, and then just pack it in there really good so there's no gap on the outside there. So it'll heal up faster, right? I want to hit this coin. I want to hit this coin soon, right? I'm gonna actually crumble this dirt too, just to make it so it's compacted in there, right? To mimic it being in there for a long period of time. Just go like this, just heal that crack up a little bit. Okay. And then I'll go like this. Leave my little marker here. See, there's nothing here. Oops, there's nothing in this plastic cap here, and it's right there. I'm just gonna leave it in there for a while, leave it in there for a few months. And it's at 6 inches. So I make these videos so I know how deep my coins are at in my test garden. Just for my reference, but hope you guys will like it. And I'll actually just embed that in the ground there so I don't pick it up with the lawnmower. So I'll go down to my lower frequencies, test it on the Deus first. Not doing that hot. 7.7 kilohertz. Probably won't do it very good either. I'll go up to higher. 11.3. It's hitting it pretty good at one angle. I'll go up to 17.2. It's a bigger conductive target, so it's a higher conductive target and it's a bigger one, so the lower frequencies are going to do a little bit better. I'll go to 25.4. Okay, it'll take a while for that to heal up. I'll use the Equinox here. Extend it out a little bit here. Noise cancel it here. So I'll actually start off in multi-frequency here. I'll turn the iron on. See, that's how good the Equinox is, man. When you bury targets, higher conductive targets in the ground there, it does really good right off the bat. With my other detectors, not so much. And that's a multi-frequency. And I can switch the frequency here, go down to 4 kilohertz, and it'll probably smack it. Yeah. This is 6-inch coil going 6-inch deep in this iron. I'll show you how much iron is around here actually. And I'll show you my iron bias. I think it's at 2. My recovery fuse at 5. Oh no, I'm in 4 kilohertz, so I can't change my iron bias when I'm in 4 kilohertz. I'll go to my iron bias here. Iron bias at 0. I'll go to 4 here. Just a lot of iron, right? I'll go down to 2 on that. Way better. But see, I can only adjust my iron bias when I'm in multi-frequency operation. So I'll go to 0 iron bias, and I'll actually go up on my recovery speed to 6. I might be able to hit it a little bit better here. It's hitting it pretty good actually in multi-frequency, but if I put it in the higher frequency like 40 kilohertz, I'll just switch it here. Does about the same as in multi-frequency in 40 kilohertz because I'm in Park 2, right? So I'll go to 5 kilohertz. $10 kilohertz. Now look at my oops. Just change my ground balance. Equinox settings. Oh, just noise cancel again. Okay, now boost my gain up a little bit here. 10 kilohertz. Hitting it way better with my gain up a little bit higher, right? Equinox is doing really good on that target. And I'll try the Simplex. Park 2, 1 gram ounce. 84, 68, 70, 91, 95, see? 95, 90, 04, a lot of iron. Let's see. 90s, 95, 68, 65s, 20s, 30s, 97, 96, 97, 98, 81. A lot of 04s right there. Park 2. That was Park 2. Here's Park 1. '90s, 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 '90s. A lot of iron there. '90s. I can even swing over it fast. Watch. I'll go to field mode. I'll go to field mode here. And I haven't been ground balanced yet, right? A lot of iron tones in there with it. Because I'm in the war zone, you know, a lot of iron here. But there's some foil right on the surface, right above that blue piece of tile right there, or right below it. spanking it out. This is the reason why I like the Simplex so much, right? I didn't even have to ground balance the machine, right? Didn't have to push any buttons, man. Just turn that damn thing on and you just start smacking the targets out. The coins, man. Yesterday I dug that hole and buried it in a video. It didn't turn out. My card malfunctioned on me. And I tried it with the Deus. I tried it with the Deus high frequency coil. Wasn't hitting it very good. And then I tried it with the Equinox with that 6-inch coil in there. It just spanked it out. And it was at 5 inches yesterday. And today the Equinox was performing very well. Well, the Deus not performing very well on that higher conductive target, 6 inches deep in the iron, right? But I don't have as many hours on the Deus as these other machines here. But you saw that, man. All I did was just turn the Simplex on and it just spanked it out, man. See, I don't know how many of these videos I make, and it just seems like the Simplex spanks their ass all the time in the test garden and out in the field, man. Because you get more time to detect. You're not pushing the buttons, dialing it in, switching your coils out. You know, if you're in hot soil, the Simplex does struggle. Or if you're in super conductive soil, most of these detectors will struggle. The Equinox does fairly good in wet soil too. But the Deus, I can't really say much about. But I'm getting to know the Deus a lot better here. This is how I learned stuff about the Deus and the Equinox, because I know the Simplex so well, right? If you get a new machine, test it with your other machines so you know what to listen for on your newer machines, right? But the Simplex, why should I even be testing these newer machines, man? The Simplex is killing them, man. Oh man, I can't tell you how many hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos I've made that I haven't posted because the Simplex, it just wins. It just spanks their butt in the test garden all the time, man. And I have a lot of live dig videos with my Simplex, back quite a few months ago. Since I've been using these newer machines here, I haven't been getting nearly as many targets out because I'm just pushing buttons half the time, man, trying to dial it in. With the Simplex, the first week with my Simplex, man, I was getting silver every day. I was getting multiple silvers every day for months and months and months, and the Simplex is so easy to use, man. You know when it's not going to perform on a site, so just don't use the Simplex because you can't really make it perform any better. With the Equinox and the Deus, you can push a whole bunch of buttons and try to dial it in, try to get rid of some EMI, or try to get your ground balance right. With the Simplex, you don't need to push all the buttons to get the silver out. That's just proof of it, I don't know how many videos I have to make like this, that the Simplex is just kicking these machines' ass, man, most of the time. Most of the time. I'm not saying that every time, but most of the time, probably 70 or 80% of the time in the test garden, this Simplex beats all my machines. All my machines, right? And I can do the test on wet soil, dry soil, harsh soil. I don't know about the sand because I haven't really dug in sand much, but in wet sand, I haven't really seen a lot of videos of the Simplex performing that great in wet sand. But the Equinox, that's where the Equinox thrives at, in that wet sand, man. If you hunt on the beach and you use the Equinox, just stay with it, man. The Simplex, the Simplex is easy to use too, but if your Deus breaks on you, or your Equinox breaks on you, you might be able to use a Simplex in its place, but I wouldn't think that it's going to do as good, because if you're used to an Equinox, the Simplex has some raunchy tones, man. I'm just going to stick with my Simplex for the next few months. These machines, I've been just testing them out because I want to get some experience on them. The Equinox is a really good machine. It can smack that silver out pretty good. In the iron, it's about equivalent to the Simplex, like I've said in the past in my videos. But the Deus is it's a lot harder machine to learn, you know, and I live in an area where it's really wet. It rains almost pretty much every day in the wintertime, you know, and I can't have it on my shaft, so it's harder to dial that machine in because I have it in my pocket away from the rain, right? And the Simplex is just an amazing, I mean, I've never seen a machine perform like this for this cheap, you know, 250 bucks, man. That's why everybody else is swinging a Simplex, man. The last few hunts that I've gone on my group hunts, the guys who were swinging the Simplexes are getting the most stuff, man. And I've been using my Deus and my freaking Equinox, and I've been getting skunked by the whippersnappers with these Simplexes, you know. But I'm trying to learn the Deus and the Equinox, you know, so I can get them to perform like the Simplex, but I just can't, man. The reason why they're getting more stuff than me, for one reason, is I'm pushing a lot of buttons, and also too, on the high-end machines. And the Simplex, you can swing over a target, and you know that it's a good target right off the bat. You can be swinging over it fast, and the Simplex can just smack that stuff from a long way away from that coil, right? You can be swinging over a target, and just watch my videos in the past, you know. The Simplex, you swing fast, and bam, you get an 8-inch deep target. That fast, you know, it's swinging fast from that target, and that's recovery speed. The Simplex, you don't have to adjust all that recovery speed, you know, if it's not dialed in yet. You can't dial in the Simplex, you know. Just turn the machine on and it's dialed in for you already, right? No pushing buttons. But and another reason why they've been getting more stuff than me, because it takes so long for me to get the machine dialed in right at first, so I'm pushing a lot of buttons. And by then, they've already gotten 10 freaking targets out of the ground by the time I get my detector swinging, you know, just to get the higher end machines dialed in. Everybody else with the Simplexes have already dug 10 targets out. So that's why the reason that you can get more stuff out with the Simplex, because you're not pushing the buttons. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.